I call the member for Newtown.
Thank you. I seek leave to address the House.
Is leave sought? Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
Thank you, Madam Acting Speaker. And thank you to the member for Charleston for putting this matter of public importance on the agenda of this House. I rise to speak tonight as the Greens New South Wales spokesperson on sexuality and gender identity, and it is the Greens that believe that all people have a right to their self-identified sex and gender. We do not tolerate a person being harassed, abused, vilified, stigmatised, discriminated against, disadvantaged or exploited because they are or are perceived to be intersex, transgender, bisexual, gay or lesbian. These aren't issues of conscience for the Greens. They are issues of common sense, and for me as a human rights advocate, they are issues of human rights. I want to acknowledge the strong foundations that laid the Greens at the heart of this issue with the out and proud Australian Greens leader, Senator Bob Brown. The International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia on May 17 marks the day that homosexuality was removed from the International Classification of Diseases of the World Health Organization in 1990. 25 years later, too much homophobia and transphobia remains in our society. It is the responsibility as legislators and public representatives for us to dismantle institutions of discrimination wherever we find it, and we must, in that regard, remove the exemptions in the Anti-Discrimination Act in New South Wales. The law too often trails behind public opinion. It's wonderful to know that there are many events happening in my local electorate of Newtown, including the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Choir performing on the concourse of Central Station, a barbecue being held by the Surrey Hills Police, and an afternoon tea on Bedford Street hosted by the Gay and Lesbian Counselling Service of New South Wales. I would like to acknowledge these organisations and the many organisations that work tirelessly in New South Wales, across the country and around the world to advocate for the rights of people, of sexual and gender diverse people in our communities. I would also like to say that it is with much pleasure and pride that I regularly see rainbow flags and rainbow crossings spread out through the electorate of Newtown and beyond. This year, Idaho, New South Wales is asking people to take a pledge to be an ally against homophobia, biphobia, transphobia and intersex phobia. I would like to say that I commit to that pledge, that everyone has the right to be accepted for who they are, how they choose to express themselves and who they love. I pledge to share this message with my friends, family, neighbours and colleagues, to speak out against prejudice, discrimination, hate or intolerance wherever I see it, and if I can safely do so, and to provide hope for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, queer and questioning youth by letting them know that I am your ally. I want to let them know that the Greens are their allies.